campus of UCF. The Knights are ready to rock an FBC Mortgage Stadium, already bouncing as these fans have been preparing since early.
Welcome in, everybody, to TV Sports 27. It is game number 3 of the Tennessee Volunteers Franchise Dynasty Season 7. We are going up against the UCF Knights. Our first trip to the bounce house. Our first trip back to the state of Florida since losing the Camping World kickoff a number of years ago to Michigan State, which started off one of our really bad seasons that we had. We have dropped to number 2 in the nation. We were number 1 to begin the year, and we had a rough outing in our home opener against James Madison, which dropped us down to number 2. Wisconsin, now the number 1 team in the nation. UCF coming in at 2-1, losing the week prior to Big 12 opponent Oklahoma State. And we're going to see if we can get that number 1 ranking back. Chris Fritz had to head to the sidelines a little bit in that game last week. And a big opening for the transfer. And Glenn Allen picks up 18 on the ground. He also had a tough time. Maybe the James Madison, hopefully that's just an outlier here. We played really well against UCF last season. This is the second part of a home and home with the UCF Knights. I have been on this campus recently when AEW World's End in December was at this campus. We went early and we kind of walked around. I was able to get inside the stadium and peek around at the field. And that's kind of why we scheduled this home and home a little bit. So now Chris Fritz to throw it here, and that's completed, and Davis nearly had the opening. Already, this is a much better start than what we had against James Madison. Yeah, Fritz had to go to the sideline. The offensive line really bad. A lot of sacks that they gave up against the Dukes. And Theo Schlesinger came in, threw a couple of nice darts, but ended up going back to Chris Fritz towards the end, and were able to survive and get the win, but just barely over the Dukes. They came to play after we shut them out at their home field last season, and we got one more game with James Madison coming up to complete the 3-game set as Allen is going to push forward and get the first down for the Volunteers. How you guys doing? Welcome for joining in live here on TV Sports, trying to get back into doing some more live broadcasting. Fritz, oh my goodness, just able to get that, but it's going to be dropped for incomplete. We got, for WWE 2K, we got NWO Sold Out coming up. And I'm hoping that the latest episode, I recorded some footage of SmackDown last night, but then the footage didn't save on YouTube. So I don't know what's happening with the PS5 and YouTube. It's doing some weird stuff, but hopefully that footage won't be lost. But I'll try to bring it to you guys at some point. 3rd and 4. And Max Sambucci for the first down. No passing touchdowns yet for Chris Fritz, and he's thrown 4 interceptions through the first 2 games. Give it back to Allen there on the ground. So Allen heads to the sideline. Fritz with 5 wideouts. And this was a much better, man. Coach Peyton Manning. And there's the first touchdown pass of the season for Chris Fritz. Coach Peyton Manning, they did some work. They had a bye week before this game, and we'll have another bye week before we have the game against Northern Illinois. And the Northern Illinois game is going to be posted over at patreon.com/tvsports27 as a little bonus for our Patreon members. We're going to try to do some bonus games for you guys over on Patreon. We're also doing all the post-game stuff over on Patreon as well. The last game didn't have any in-game commentary, but I'm going to try to get back in the habit of doing some more announcing, but I still want to hear from you guys. Do you like listening to the in-game sound? Do you like listening to me? We're going to do the post-game recruiting and all that over on Patreon, so make sure you guys sign up, patreon.com/tvsports27. Of course, the low level gets you all the extra bonus content. We got a couple of levels where we give you the on-air shout-out, the Discord access. At the higher levels, you can request streams at the top level. So 7-0 Volunteers here over the UCF Knights. And our defense will hopefully continue to stay very strong as it has been throughout the early part of the season. And they pretty much kept us in that game with James Madison, because James Madison offense struggled about as much as our offense did. And that kept us in the game because James Madison many times tried to get that victory, tried to come and he said, "Coach, I'm coming," but he tried to get that touchdown. People that watch Brandon Perna know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the defense held them in check, frustrated them, which kept our offense able to stay in the game and get the points.
Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make
Maybe we just need to play on the road. Maybe we're just road warriors, because we have the neutral site game to kick off the season in Atlanta. And I didn't even mention in that game that hopefully we're going to be back in Atlanta, which would be the first time for Coach Peyton Manning, but hopefully we'll be in Atlanta in about 10 more games or so for the SEC Championship, which always takes place in Atlanta. So hopefully we'll be back in that same stadium.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air.
And Fritz was trying to dump that one in. Did not work out there. Gets knocked away.
On that in route, but the receiver just not able to create enough separation to complete that throw.
Trying to get to it.
And for the first time, Chris Fritz gets knocked over from the pressure, which was definitely at a premium against James Madison. It is the offensive line struggles in this game very, very real.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Defense on skates.
SK Money is here. I was checking in on the phone. SK Money is watching from the bounce house. Do they have a 300 section in the bounce house? I don't know. It might be a 200 section. I'm trying to look where I came in. That corner over there. You see in the right where that tunnel is. When we went to UCF, the campus for the AEW show, that's where we came up, was that tunnel coming up, and we were in the corner peeking out at the stadium. So I've been in the bounce house before, never for a live game, but been in the house. SK Money, we got some WWE 2K streams coming in. We'll have to get Witt in the mix to watch the 2K streams. Look at this. The jet sweep. And a first down for the Knights.
Momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get
Tennessee, number 2 in the country, dropping from number 1 to number 2 after our struggles with James Madison a week ago in the home opener.
They were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays.
And that was pretty well covered, but still completed. That Gideon Cave,
And listen, you get zone coverage,
the junior.
that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it.
It's a perfect 6 for 6 so far for the Knights. See Nitro in the back of the end zone. Back on the ground game and wrapped up in the backfield with a no huddle offense here for Central Florida. It's going to be a direct snap to the halfback. But this Tennessee defensive line was not fooled at all. Top rushing yards of the season. There you see Glenn Allen, the transfer, number 1 in the nation.
Any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
3rd down for the Knights. Got to be a passing situation, and it is. The halfback gets set in motion, pocket collapsing. And Josh Hay, who is also in the mix for Heisman consideration. We got 2 Heisman candidates right now in Tennessee, and maybe that's why the vote getters voted Tennessee after a couple of back-to-back 6-6 years and 1 playoff victory. They voted us to come into this season ranked number 1. Looking at this roster with 2 Heisman candidates.
Try to put 3 on the board. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Never a doubt.
Field goal is good.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5.
Ooh, I thought we were going to break it. If we could have gotten around that clutter, we had a good chance of breaking that one.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee.
Make sure you guys check out we upload. I'm going to try to pump out a couple of the 2K videos since I'll try to start doing more streaming since the PS5 kind of has been screwy lately. So uploaded a couple of videos today, the Raw after WrestleMania and the NXT after WrestleMania, including the NXT champion being crowned with a massive glitch.
Running back searching for a hole. He makes the tackle.
And a first down picked up by Allen. Glenn Allen, 57 yards. Already got 9 attempts in the first quarter, so maybe we got to kind of ease his workload a little bit. But he's the Heisman candidate. Fritz completes it to Kinder, Andy Kinder, who's the leading receiver so far on your number 2 ranked Tennessee Vols. We got 18 seconds. Can we get one more play? We're going to do a play action here. Let's see if it works with the blitz. Oh, I didn't even have enough time. I was looking for circle down deep. And, yeah, the O-line just sucks in this game.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second.
So pretty evenly matched other than the rushing yards with your Heisman candidate leading the way.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack.
Okay, that's supposed to be a jailbreak screen, so either the game glitched or I hit the wrong button. I believe either one. Fritz steps up and it's underthrown. Well, switching to classic passing, I was hoping that those kind of throws wouldn't be happening. I guess they're taking his ratings into account. That's his 5th interception of the year. Man, how do we get the pass to just be a little higher? That's a wide open receiver, stepped up in the pocket, and just under-delivers it, underthrows it.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back.
Now the Knights with the shot to take the lead.
A little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many.
Hopefully our defense can. Oh, there we go, big run.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. They'll ride the hot hand. And he could not get loose on the run. The Knights are in the hurry-up.
I really hate playing against no-huddle offense teams. It's really annoying.
Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these...
And you see Allen as well, the 6 rushing touchdowns. He's got a couple of guys closing in on him from UTEP in Wyoming, Notre Dame.
Get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
On 3rd down, going up top.
There we go. That should hopefully knock him out of field goal range. Josh Hay with his second sack of the day.
The extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Now they're going to go for the long field goal here.
This is a passing situation, and if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't
way off.
Football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
I'm looking. What was the score last year when we played UCF? I'm looking at my the archives here. Looked like 31-3, which was surprising because UCF was ranked coming into that game.
They hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making
back
sure
to
he's
Allen. Oof, tried to get
to go out and refocus this drive
through there.
Some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
On second down, he'll fire.
Fritz. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it has been rough for the passing game. So at least classic mode, other than week one, has not been going well.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch.
Is that going to be enough? And again, that is one-on-one, and it's intercepted.
And they capitalize not only
I know we went with
return.
Schlesinger last week. Do we pull the trigger? That's 6 interceptions for Chris Fritz so far this season.
He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Was that a tight end handoff? That's a unique play right there.
The Knights headed quickly to the line. Leaves it with the back.
I mean, is that all they have? Is that their backup as like a tight end? Or do they just get their formations messed up because they're stuck in the no huddle now?
On the ground, going for the first down with the
Oh, and he just got it. Now is he hurt? No, that's Hook. That's the running back got hurt. Where was he even lined up at?
They're down to the 32-yard line.
What an interesting formation they got stuck in.
Give to the running back. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Flanagan.
UCF pushing us back here.
Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers
there we go.
To go with it.
All right, we got to come up with a stop.
Coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Look at the Liberty. My God, are they in like an option offense? 76 rushes for the Liberty running back. Good night.
This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them.
Big 3rd and 9.
I love the play call. I think you keep
and we get the stop.
and stay physical.
So are they going to make it a 1-point game? They are going to go for the field goal here.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Absolutely.
And it's good.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot.
Well, here we go. We're closing in. End of the second quarter. And for back-to-back weeks, Tennessee Not looking as impressive as we looked in week 1 in the kickoff game. Jamison, who's our senior, he's a 5-star defensive player going down. I don't know. I think this might... We got to get something from Chris Fritz. It was a great opening drive, and since then... Oh, look at that! Kinder!
Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Excellent run by Kinder on the sweep.
With a fresh set of downs.
Back to Allen, Heisman.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw
and back on the sweep, and that time it blows up in our face. And we get a holding. Not only was it a tackle for loss, we had holding at the same time.
We'll repeat the previous down.
So they're going to give us a 2nd and 10 here.
Yards it has to cover. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw.
That was nice.
Complete on the crosser.
One of our young tight ends.
Big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I think it was. Would it say senior? I mean, maybe young for this team. He might have been on the team. I got to look at that. What it said again. What did it say? Let me know in the comments.
Handoff to the back. Pull down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
We're trying to do more passing just because we're trying to give Allen a little bit of a rest here. We might need him a lot in the second half because I've already got 13 carries. I mean, we do have Brightwell. We could maybe sub in for a bit.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down.
There we go.
Catch
Well,
in the middle, it's Davis. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
maybe Fritz knew this was going to be it for him, and he had to have the drive of his life, and he's having it right now. All right, we're coming up on the what is it, the 2-minute timeout in college.
To the air on first down.
That's right on the money.
The tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the grab down the middle.
Sambucci's had a couple of nice plays in this game so far.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run.
Man, they blew that one up. You know, almost. It was almost like an interference or something at that point. Kind of annoying. A 3rd and 2 in the game doesn't even give us a running play here. We're gonna pick it ourselves. I like doing the coaching suggestion because you get like a mixture of plays where when you have to try to dig into the playbook in 20 seconds, usually not a lot of time. Allen does not get the first down. Cisse coming up injured, and it's 4th and 1. I think we go for it, guys. Are they going to give us a good play to try? Let's go halfback base. See if we can get that block. We are going to go for it. 4th and 1. Risky play, risky proposition. Allen's got it. No problem. And maybe we can get his first rushing touchdown of the day, which would be, what, number 7 on the year in the first 3 games? And he... Oh, I thought he was going to walk in. It ended up being a little bit more of a fight. But either way, it is a touchdown for the Vols. A touchdown putting them back on the scoreboard for the first time since the opening drive. And Tennessee, with the pending extra point, go up by 8.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. UMass overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Amherst, these Minutemen got to be thrilled. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like
Oh, there we go. Nice blitz. And that's the Knights that called a timeout. They want to get that touchdown.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming in just...
And it's going to be an incompletion, so now you're looking at Tennessee maybe an opportunity to get the ball back. And depending on how Chris Fritz's arm is looking, get some points. They are going to run the ball. And Coach Peyton Manning will call the timeout.
It's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Knights send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out.
Oh, we got a nice block. We'll get the ball at the 40, so at the least I would hope that we're going to be in field goal range here. All right, let's see. Let's see what Chris Fritz can do with his arm.
But you got this possession right here.
Oh, again, it's underthrown, man.
Good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to
underthrown once again, wide open.
2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points.
And that one was on the money, but the hit jarred loose, incomplete. This, I don't know, this field goal might be a long one for what's a new kicker this year. Fritz, and again, just does not have the arm strength. So, do we just punt it?
They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball.
I mean, the target is the 37, it says. We're on the 38. Let's try it. 55-yard kick. Oh, boy, look at this.
Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy difficult.
Still up by 8 after the miss.
Probably should have just gone for it. What do you guys think? In the live chat. Stick with Chris Fritz. Give it to Schlesinger again. Fritz obviously got us to the second round of the playoffs last season.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the...
Or a D-line playing like James Madison's did last week.
Snagged in the middle. It's Murray. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Couldn't find a man.
And UCF. Well, they've doubled what they scored on us last season, but offense has gone stagnant. Well, maybe we'll get into field goal range here again. We got 7 seconds, 1 timeout. All right, who are we looking at here? Buki might be single coverage.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Right down.
Oh, yes, that was an excellent throw from Chris Fritz.
They get him down at the 30. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Perfect pocket, though. 47 yards, so, I mean, it's still going to be a much of a struggle.
He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away.
Did he make it? Oh, he made it. I could not believe it.
47 yards out.
I let go of that way too early as well, so I didn't think he was going to make it. But he made it. He made it. Okay. Well, that gives us some breathing room here in the bounce house. I don't know, where's Spencer, SK Money in the house? UCF fans in shambles, looking at maybe back-to-back losses in this SEC Big 12 battle. Prime time. Glenn Allen transferred in, having another big game. We talked about it in game one. It took a lot of courage to bench a running back that rushed for 1,500 yards the year before for a transfer that his most was 600 yards at Purdue. But he had an impressive camp. A lot of eyes on him. Peyton Manning had to have this tough talk, say, I know you're a 1,500-yard guy. You can transfer or you can stick around. You'll be the guy the next year. And here's where we are. And Glenn Allen's having an amazing season. Look at that kick.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to.
All right, see if this defense, we can keep the pressure on here.
Offense ready to go back to work. Use the play fake now to throw.
Oh, well, I guess that answered my question. They sure did.
Defense just
They kept the pressure. They immediately picked the ball.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose.
UCF fans in shambles right now. Absolute shambles.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Power football with the run.
And Allen, not quite enough speed to get around the edge there.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this.
That one tossed into traffic, incomplete. Just like that, it's 3rd and 10 here for the Vols.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Got his man in the middle.
Kinder, that's another catch for him today. 4th and 7, and what is it going to take? We're going to take the free 3 points. Hopefully it's free.
They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming.
Oh yeah, they're free.
From that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completion.
So unfortunately, still not really able to deliver offensively. But 20-6 for the Volunteers. And we might just be riding this defense. Kind of what we did with the Utah Utes. NCAA 14, we may be riding this defense onto a playoff berth.
Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is
that. Ooh, I was going to say, he threw that into all kinds of traffic. It did not look like he got the first down. I suppose somebody, Dean Blandino, somebody checking on it in New York, but that didn't, I don't know. Looked like he was stopped relatively short. We're going to go screen pass here, and good enough for 6 yards.
The Knights come to the line in the hurry up. The give to the back.
Rushing game has not been too strong for the Knights here this afternoon. 3:30 kick, by the way, for this game on the calendar. And once again, it is still not going anywhere for old number 33 on the ground. Rushing attack, it has not been good. Not been good. Oh, what is this punt? Look at this. Everyone back away. That's crazy. That's an all-timer. That was not for the brand. That made, I felt Pat McAfee blush all the way from Indianapolis.
I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area.
Rob Hammer.
Get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this.
That was a tight window that Chris Fritz. He's making some throws here. Maybe that's the key. Just let's maybe those something about the deep throws. Those ones are doing good. Well, where was the blocking from Uki? You saw that number 17. That was one of the worst no blocks I've seen. Maybe he didn't even realize the ball was coming. Maybe he's frustrated that his Heisman hopes have gone up in flames. Allen and Hay. Eric Schumer. National champs. UCF. Only undefeated team that year.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw.
Play fake. And Fritz just has to get rid of that one.
Just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was
first down, Tennessee. Nicely done. So bruised shoulder. Will return soon, but no option to keep him in. So we will pull him.
It's a lot of DCs. They focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be
oh.
Film session.
6 yards on the ground by Allen.
He picks up 6 to the 7-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
Uki, touchdown, Volunteers.
And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, he's making up for that lack of a block earlier with the touchdown. And Tennessee maybe having just enough points to get to 3-0, which you guys know the history of this team with Peyton Manning. Getting through the non-conference slate undefeated has been a struggle. It happened for the first time last season. We are in season 7. We head back home. We have a bye week, so we'll have double recruitment to do. Again, patreon.com/TBSports27, as we're going to show you the top 25, any big upsets, the Heisman update, and we're going to do all the recruiting stuff. Patreon.com/TBSports27 if you guys want to check that out. A little bonus content for our patrons. And the Northern Illinois game we're going to put exclusively on Patreon. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do one more conference game that we're going to put up for our Patreon members. So you still get the majority of the games here on YouTube. You'll get the bowl games if we make it the playoffs. But as a little added treat for our Patreon members, we're going to put that up over there. I may stream as well. We're coming up on the end of Horizon. I'm down to the last little bit of Horizon Zero Dawn. And I think I Googled and they said the last part's about an hour. So maybe that's something we can stream as well and toss up on Patreon. I don't know how long it'll take, though. That game beats me up. But anyway, patreon.com/TVSports27 helps support the channel. You can also subscribe here. Hit the thumbs up. We're about 300 subscribers from hitting that 1,000 subscriber milestone. We need to get more watch hours as well. With the old monetization that can really help the channel grow. But
they've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Fires to the right.
Oh, what a catch.
It's so important to know where you are on the field. Great job, great hand.
That was a crazy catch.
Make sure you get that grab, possess the ball, and get that foot in bounds.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The Knights will hustle to the line. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, if I'm UCF, I'm giving up on that rushing game. It has not been great. I mean, Allen's had to fight for all his yards too, but I mean that's what it's been for UCF.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Knights line up.
So the home and home may be coming to an end with Tennessee only allowing a total of 9 points. What? Woo! This punting. Has it been this bad the whole game and I just hadn't noticed?
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half, and starting off the
Chris Fritz has certainly settled down in the second half. After it was another bit of a rough outing, and there's Allen. See if we can't get him one more touchdown.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gilmore. And they'll bring him down. But
yeah, this has definitely been a lot better from Chris Fritz here in the second half. So credit to Peyton Manning for any adjustments. As soon as I say that, trying to thread his needle as he tends to do. But we head to the fourth. We were worried for a bit that it was going to look like James Madison all over again, but we're hanging on. We are outclassing UCF. See if we can get that #1 ranking back. Patreon.com/TBSports27. We're going to be looking at the recruiting. We're going to be looking at the top 25, the Heisman stuff. So make sure you guys join us over there. And Fritz is yanked down from behind. Hopefully it'll record. Fingers crossed that'll record. That was what happened last night. I recorded something and it did not save. PS5. Go figure, it's been being really weird, but hopefully. But I don't know. Now that I know what to look for, I suppose I can, because it auto records everything as Fritz is going to run it. Maybe I can just like save it that way. All right, 3rd and 4, or 4th and 3. Excuse me.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Oh!
He's got his man. Tackle is made, but not
first down, Volunteers.
And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And
touchdown! What a throw! What a throw from Chris Fritz. A much better second half.
Nice job on the route.
A third passing touchdown for Fritz.
It doesn't matter what play this offense calls.
Eric Schumer, he got banged up earlier, right? He was injured. Oh my goodness, right at the corner pylon. Yeah, he was. You see, he's still banged up, but gets the touchdown here. And now Tennessee gets a bye week, head back home. The Northern Illinois Huskies will be their opponent.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to
That's going to be part game 2. I don't know anyone else does this. I always try to do in real life, as our you see Jameson has already got that brace on him. Second time he's been taken out. I don't know if anyone else does this in their college games. Let me know in the comments if you do, but I try to do like they do in real life. I try to do home and homes with bigger conference teams. I know usually for these SEC teams, they tend to just schedule the weaker opponent for home games. But I like to play for the mix of getting to see some different stadiums. I'll usually do a 3-game set, which I know is somewhat common as well with bigger teams, where you'll get 2 games on the road at the bigger school, and then the bigger school will come to the smaller school, and it's usually a pretty big deal. The smaller school. Didn't Tennessee play at like Wyoming or something this year? They had some game on the road, I thought, like where they played something like that. Maybe not Wyoming. I don't know. Somebody played maybe it's Texas. Somebody played at Wyoming. So I thought that was kind of a cool thing. But we got the home and home with UCF. James Madison was a 2-1. We went to James Madison last season. We got one more with them. And Northern Illinois also a 2-1. We will go to Northern Illinois possibly next year. And then we still have one more home game. We signed with Middle Tennessee, which was a 2-game set at our home stadium.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
So we can go at a clock chewing mode here.
First down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Maybe maybe we put Brightwell in just for the fact that should we just put everybody in? Let's just sub everybody. We're gonna mass sub everybody. And
go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in.
We will go 2 clock.
They do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
And we'll run it down. We'll get Brightwell in there, get some more reps. They said 1,500 yards last season. High snap. And Brightwell does get the first down.
To the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Vols have moved it inside the 20. They'll give it to him again. Able to get one down to the 15.
All right. So what do you guys think so far of the team? How is Tennessee looking?
Follow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs.
When you look at the scores, they look impressive. And now we've definitely seen the struggles, though. Have we played tough competition yet? We played a top 25 team in Virginia. We played a above 500 team in the bounce house here. When we get into conference play, that'll be the real deal. We got Texas on the schedule again, which beat us last season. We're playing LSU for the first time. I told you the scheduling's kind of wacky in this game, especially for conference. Coming up on season 7, I think we played Florida one time, Auburn one time. And we played like Texas and Oklahoma, I think 5 or 6 times. We play Mississippi State every year. We're playing Kentucky for only the 2nd time, I believe. South Carolina we seem to play every year. Did I say Texas A&M? We play A&M like every year. The scheduling's kind of interesting in this game. We're doing a good job of winding the clock down. 3rd and goal. They want us to throw it. Let's throw it. Let's throw it. Let's give the man. This is the man with the arm straight, Schlesinger. He's the one that's got the powerful arm. And well, I was hoping that we were going to have a fight for it. He was well covered, and I held down the joystick to the left, hoping he was kind of going to throw it away from the defender. And it did not work out in that sense.
Always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work.
So the final 3.5 here for the Knights. Look at this. Oh, and it was caught. My goodness. Leonard Hong.
Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. He'll pull it on the
Ooh,
read.
option play, and
Down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple.
yeah, he almost spaced you. Almost ended up in space right there. That's right, Cave, Mr. Cave. As we'll head to the 2-minute timeout here for UCF.
Get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust.
And another sack. How many sacks is that for us? Get some stats. Come on.
Man, is that just indictment of the day? Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football.
Yeah, K's been knocked around in this game like we were. As far as us getting sacks, we had a lot less this week than we did. I think we only had one this week. James Madison. I don't know what they were on in game 2, but yeah.
They'll go for it on 4th down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Oh, come on. John Forsett called with the roughing the passer.
And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense.
See a little hat? He had captain's hat down there. Captain. And UCF has less than a minute to score their first touchdown against Tennessee in 8 quarters. Only 3 points last year, 6 points this year. And UCF finally their first touchdown against the Tennessee Vols over 2 seasons in the home and home.
Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to.
They're talking about a miracle like they're going to come back. 12 seconds left. 16 seconds, pardon me.
Attack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here for the offense. They'll give it to the back.
Okay, I was going to say that will end the game, but I thought they were going to get maybe one more play out of it.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games.
34-13.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it.
Glenn Allen, 123.
You never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win.
That was a fantastic pass. I love that. Good to finally see Chris Fritz get some touchdown passes.
Make the plays necessary and do that. Very, very impressive.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long.
All right, guys, make sure you tune in. Patreon.com/TBSports27. We're going to do the post-game show. I think it was 2 interceptions. Those are nice numbers by Chris Fritz. We're going to do the post-game show. We got 2 weeks of recruiting. We got the post-game. We're going to see if we can get back to number 1. 2 weeks, an opportunity for Wisconsin to lose. So make sure you join us. It helps support the channel. You guys got bonus content and all that good stuff. So patreon.com/TBSports27. Make sure you guys tune in. We'll see you guys over there on Patreon. Thanks for tuning in to this one, everybody.